Hey everyone, today we are going to slow down and look at a concept that sounds technical at first, but is actually very practical once you see the pieces on a simple map. The concept is how AI scores market signals before a decision. This is not about rushing into every chart movement, and it is not about trusting one indicator by itself. It is about building a cleaner decision layer, where raw market information is turned into a confidence score that a person can understand. In a normal market screen, there is always too much information. Price changes, volume shifts, news reactions, volatility spikes, liquidity gaps, and repeated patterns can all appear at the same time. Some of those details are useful, and some are just noise. That is why AI market analysis is useful as a filter. It can compare many inputs quickly, then separate the inputs that support a real idea from the inputs that only look important for a few seconds. The first layer is data quality. Before any signal gets scored, the model has to check whether the data is clean enough to trust. A move with normal liquidity and steady confirmation is different from a move that happens in a thin market with strange gaps. In a diagram, you can imagine this as the left side of the workflow. Raw data comes in, low-quality inputs are marked down, and stable inputs are allowed to move forward. The second layer is signal confidence scoring. A confidence score is not a promise that something will happen. It is a way to rank how much support a signal has. If price direction, volume, volatility, and liquidity all point in the same direction, the score may rise. If the same inputs disagree with each other, the score may stay low. This helps avoid the common mistake of treating every alert like it has the same strength. The third layer is context. A signal that looks strong in isolation can become weaker when the broader market context changes. For example, a clean short-term move may still be risky if volatility is expanding too quickly, or if liquidity is disappearing around key levels. This is where market signal analysis becomes more useful than simple alert chasing. The goal is not only to find a signal, but to understand the environment around that signal. The fourth layer is automated strategy research. This is where the same idea can be tested across repeated examples. Instead of asking, did this one signal look good? The research layer asks, how often did this pattern behave well under similar conditions? That kind of repeated comparison is important because it stops the workflow from depending on one lucky example. It also makes the process easier to improve over time. After that comes the risk layer. Portfolio risk controls are the part of the workflow that keeps the signal from becoming the whole decision. A high score may still be ignored if the risk conditions are bad. For example, the position size may be too large, the market may be moving too fast, or the setup may not fit the current portfolio exposure. This is why a good decision workflow keeps risk controls separate from signal confidence. Then the final layer is AI decision support. That phrase matters because the AI is supporting the decision, not replacing the need to understand it. A useful dashboard should show why the score is high or low. It should label the strongest inputs, the weak points, and the risk warnings. If a score appears without an explanation, it is hard to trust. If the score comes with readable reasons, a person can decide whether the idea is worth more attention. This is also why the best visual layout is usually simple. You can think of it as 5 blocks moving from left to right. Raw market data, quality filter, confidence score, risk check, and decision support. Under each block, the dashboard can show small labels like volume confirmation, liquidity check, volatility pressure, and exposure limits. The more readable the workflow is, the easier it becomes to avoid emotional decisions. The key takeaway is that strong market decisions usually come from layers, not from one magic signal. AI can help organize those layers by scoring evidence, comparing context, and showing risk warnings before action is considered. When AI market analysis, signal confidence scoring, automated strategy research, portfolio risk controls, and AI decision support all point in the same direction, the workflow becomes calmer and easier to review. So when you see a dashboard that gives a market score, do not only ask whether the number is high. Ask what data created that number, whether the context supports it, and whether the risk layer agrees. That is the real value of this kind of system. It turns a fast-moving market into a structured decision process that is easier to inspect, easier to repeat, and easier to improve.